Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends, and today I haven't done a review on the North Carolina. I just realized that on the channel. Kind of a disappointment. Just kidding. We're gonna look at North Carolina today. We're gonna get into a match. I'm gonna let you know if North Carolina is worth it or not. So let me show you what I'm running. First off, we're gonna start with the upgrades because I always forget this in every video. So we are running main battery mod 2 for better traverse speed. We are running propulsion mod 2 for acceleration because I like going back and forth, or forward and back, to get away from nasty hits. And run concealment systems mod 1. I could run target system mod 1, but I like being a little sneaky in this thing. We are fully built. We have all the upgrades for this thing. Now we're gonna have a look at the commander, William Sims. I run a full accuracy build. You guys know how I like it. Flammable Cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, and reaching out XXL. We're running Will to rebuild. I was running Fight Fire with Fire, but I switched back to Will to rebuild. I've been using it more. And he's almost a legendary rank 4. I just need 10 more commendations. We get some extra health points. We're running Andrew Cunningham as our inspiration for better main shell grouping, and also for better shell grouping on Angelo Lacino for go away. So that's our commander. Exterior, I'm just running triple boosters. I'm going to switch that to double boosters so I don't waste those. We're running observation seaplane for better shell grouping. We get 3 heals. They're not bad. And yeah, infinite fire extinguishers. Survivability 60,280 hit points. Armor 13 to 406 millimeter stick. Torpedo damage reduction is 19%, not the best in the world. Artillery, though, is outstanding. You get 406 millimeter guns, 16 inch. Main battery 17.7 kilometers, in range. Like, that's my range. Reload time is 32 seconds. Not the best reload time in the world, but I really haven't had any issues with it. 180-degree turn time is 30 seconds. Max HE shell damage is 5,700 with fire setting chance of 36%. Maximum AP shell damage is 14,148. I've death struck many things in this thing. This thing is a beast. Secondary armament is a 10x2, 127 millimeter Mark 32 secondaries. Fire range is 4.5 kilometers. Reload time 6 seconds. Maximum HE shell damage is 1,800 with fire setting chance of 5%. AA defense is 91 overall. Again, I don't really read over the AA defense, so you guys can look over that. Pause the video at any time. Maneuverability, maximum speed is 25.9 knots, so not the fastest ships in the world, but it's a decent speed for a battleship. Turning circle radius is 760 meters. Rudder shift time 18.2 seconds. Concealment is 50. Detectability range by sea is 12.4, and so on and so on. Firing guns is 17.7. Your range, pretty much. Statistics, haven't lost in AI battles. Let's go. I played some arcade in it, and today is going to be an arcade showcase, so it's going to be a 5v5, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this next video, because let me tell you, we go absolutely ham on these guys, and I'm pretty sure I set the record as well. Standard, I have a 62% win rate on this ship, 95 wins, 58 defeats, 153 battles played. Main gun accuracy is 37%, which is not bad. Our highest battle achievement is 4. Still, I'm yet to get a Kraken in this thing. And max damage is 163,000 damage. I will get that Kraken eventually. Ranked battles, I played a couple ranked battles in this thing, 31. Arena, I played 3. Brawl, I played 29, surprisingly. That's a lot of Brawl. And yet to play Fleet Cup. Alright, North Carolina. Anything 16 inch will overmatch you. So pretty much North Carolina itself, Colorado, Nagato, and some of the premium boats, but those guys will overmatch you. Citadel is below the waterline, but you can get Citadel in this thing. I think it's actually a little bit above the waterline. It just depends. You can Citadel this thing kind of like, it's easy to Citadel this thing. Just aim at the waterline. You're good. You're good to get some sits. You could death strike this thing. I'm yet to death strike in North Carolina, but if you punch through the front with 16-inch guns, and you will get that Citadel. I have been slapped through the front with 16-inch guns. It's not fun playing against tier 7s because most of them got those big guns. So the ship has big guns, again, 16-inch. The ship is armed with high-caliber main battery guns, superior armor-piercing damage, so the armor-piercing rounds hit harder, and sluggish shot. So it's kind of like if you play with Massachusetts or Alabama, you will be used to this thing. But again, this is a free-to-play ship, so if you are yet to play with the lobbing shells, I recommend doing that with the cruisers, or this might be probably your first battleship you'll play with the sluggish shot. But this thing is similar to Mass and Alabama if you guys have those somehow. But free to play, the shells take a little longer to hit the target, so you kind of have to adapt to it. It's easy. Trust me, I've adapted to fast-paced shells and these slow shells that lob. But trust me, this thing is worth it. And we haven't even gotten to the gameplay, because I'm saying it's worth it because you get big guns, you have some decent armor, you get overmatched. But like the sluggish shot is nice because you could go behind an island and shoot over it, kind of like a cruiser. I've done that many times in this boat. But this thing is a beast, trust me. You're gonna have a couple bad games. Like first off, like when you start playing this thing, because you have to adapt to it, get used to it. Like trust me, just don't throw away the bow when you first get it. Give it time, and it will start like clicking for you. And then if it doesn't match your gameplay, that's fine. At least you give it a try. But this is just the reason why I think it's worth it. But let's have an overview of it. The first U.S. battleship of the new generation, the key advantage over her predecessors of this type was significantly increased speed. In her contrast to preceding ships of the same type, she featured a thinner armor belt but had a very solid horizontal armor protection and a superior AA armament, including numerous dual-purpose artillery. Entered service in 1941, and ships in series is 2, her sister being Washington. And I kind of hope they do add Washington as a premium boat. So that's everything covered. North Carolina is a really fun boat, and if you guys are running for the free-to-play, for my free-to-play people out there that are grinding this game out, yeah, you could go for Colorado. Like, I'm not saying Colorado is bad. I don't own it. It just doesn't, like, it gets overmatched everywhere. I think if you get rid of the torque protection, yeah, sorry, hold on, that's the Citadel. I did that wrong. So yeah, you got a little bit of casemate you can ricochet off. Actually, I think that's the casemate. But Colorado, yeah, this thing could get Citadel. I've Citadel this thing so many times. The perks of the North Carolina is that when you get those lobby shells, you could go through the deck up here and get in. That's not the deck. You're gonna go through the deck and Citadel this thing. So it's a sky shot. The shell plummets up from the air and straight through the deck into the Citadel. If it could get through that 38mm thick armor, but again, you could Citadel Colorado with the North Carolina pretty easily. I'm not saying Colorado's bad or anything. I haven't played this ship in a hot bit. This thing does have 16-inch. Colorado's a fun boat. It took me a while to get used to Colorado, but if you're going for Iowa, definitely go for Iowa. North Carolina, in my opinion, I have a lot more fun. I prefer North Carolina over Colorado, but hey, that's just my opinion. I have a lot more fun in North Carolina. If you look at my elite ship XP, I have 536,000 XP in this boat, and I don't own Colorado right now. I'll probably buy her back, but yeah. But yeah, North Carolina, it's fun. You could go for Kansas and Minnesota. Kansas is a fun boat as well if you're going for Kansas. But yeah, North Carolina, it's a fun boat. But anyway, enough of me yapping, and let's get into the gameplay. One more thing, I'm running the Stars and Stripes camo and the Duck of War flag to represent we've been here for a long time. But anyway, let's get into the match. Alrighty, so we are playing in arcade. It's a 5v5. I said this earlier. And arcade, like when it first came out, it wasn't bad. I just don't play it as often as like standard, because I am very like used to standard matches. And I'm looking at Frosty's camo. Like the Golden Week camo looks so good. The golden black, I run it on Yami, you guys know. Such a money camo. But yeah, just looking at it on his boat. So Frosty, since there's no DDs in this match, he's gonna be doing most of spotting. Gotta be honest, this is what gets me most like the kills in this game. Foreshadowing, wink, wink. But we're in North Carolina, and I'm gonna demonstrate why this thing isn't like it's an absolute beast. And it's even gonna show like, yes, the armor scheme is not the best, but it's gonna show like how well I can angle in this thing and stuff. Like, trust me, this thing, it's money.
like if you're a free to play player and you just like don't want to buy boats, look, North Carolina is definitely worth going after, just in my opinion. That's just what I'm going to say. Like, this is my advice. Like, I would go for North Carolina, and yeah, maybe you don't want Kansas, but like North Carolina, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun playing in North Carolina. It's definitely my top five favorite tier 6 boats. There are some that kind of beat it, which I'm not going to say. But NC definitely top 5 for me. Like, it's just North Carolina is so fun. The guns slap. It's got the speed, like, 25 knots. Like, yeah, it may not be the best speed you could get, but this thing gets pretty fast for the battleship it is, like, compared to the other boats at tier 6. Well, some of the other tier 6, I would say they're faster than North Carolina, some of them. But it's got some decent speed, and, I enjoy playing with the speed. But the reload time, 32 seconds, like, it's a long reload time, but like this thing will make it worth the reload time. Like, the guns will absolutely slap the living crap out of anything that sits broadside, or if you even overmatch it. Like Connecticut here, we spot him, or lose it. Frosty, he spots him, and I'm just gonna show what because we overmatch Connecticut because we have 16s and Connecticut does not overmatch us. First shot out. I'm going to demonstrate how hard this thing hits. And this is going through the front of the boat because we overmatch. We get 4 pins and hit him for 17K. This is only the beginning of the amount of damage we're about to do. And remember, this is a 5-ship lobby. We are going to demonstrate the amount of firepower and also, like, just, like, how, like, we're going to go crazy in this match. Like, it's going to be, like, insane. I take a shot at York. And I believe these shots aren't, like, the best in the world. Pensacola in front of me. Look, he was rubbing on me at the beginning of the match. And I'm like, what the freak is he doing? And we hit York for, like, 6K. I thought we missed that shot. But York, the Pensacola was, like just running along my side. I see Fuso on my right. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I might get, like, absolutely cooked here. But he shot at someone else. Never mind, he shot at me. And I think he loaded AP. I thought he loaded up HE at the beginning of the match, but he didn't. And I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to get cooked here because I have 4 ships. Look, I've got 4 ships looking at me. 3 of the 4 are shooting me. And we pick up another boat. This is 4 out of 5 boats now about to shoot at me. Now, like, we're not doing bad at all. Like, we're staying angled. Yeah, we're on a fire. We got everyone looking at us. Like, you think it would be like, oh, yeah, you're cooked. Like, it's over for you. Nah, this is where we start causing chaos here. Shots out on Fuso. Not looking the best, but we get 9K. That's 5 pins, 1 over pin, and 1 shell shattered. Then we get Go Case off on our right over here. And I kept telling Frosty when we were in the party, I said, this is going to be a YouTube short. And I was just saying that as a joke. I wasn't actually expecting to death strike this guy, but Go Kasi, like, okay, I could probably get him from that angle. I probably won't death strike him, but I waited. I popped the spotter plane. Wait for it. He starts turning broadside, and I'm like, all right, perfect. Shells look good. And, yeah, see you later. Death strike. And we get our high skilliber. That's crazy. And only 1 boat on the enemy team has gone down. We're at 63,000 damage with a high skilliber and a death strike. I say high skilliber because support says that all the time. But we ricochet those shots from Connecticut. Still looking at Fuso. We also overmatched Fuso. I do believe has an icebreaker, so I had to be careful with the front of the boat. But take a shot because we overmatched Fuso. And, I thought these shells were, like, pretty terrible. Most of them missed. We get 2 shells. I looked like 2 shells hit it, but I guess we get 1 shell hit for, like, 4K. But these guns do slap. The extra armor piercing, you know how it says above average with, like, armor piercing shells. Like, the extra damage really does, like, come into play. Like, 1 shell does, like, 4 or 5K. Like, it's wild. These shells will slap. We get chunked here. I'm a little, like, I'm angled. I think they got a ton out of my superstructure that hit. It looks like I'm a little broadside, but I'm not really. And then Gokasi gets spotted again. And I said, another short. Like, another YouTube short. Like, I thought it'd be hilarious if I death strike this Gokasi, then I have a compilation of me death striking Gokasis. But we take the shot. I knew he was going behind the island, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to get the best out of it. RNG kind of screws me there, and I get 1 pin and 1 overpin, but we get 1 citadel of them. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. We're at 86,000 damage, 2 citadel hits, 1 kill, 2 detections, 1 plane shot down, 25 shell hits. Now, I was expecting him to drop the torps, and I said, here come the nuclear tip torpedoes because these things do sting. And we lose like 25K. You saw that one. Torpedo did 13,000 damage. But we make him pay, get one shell hit with one Citadel killing that Gokasi. And I don't know if that was RNG that screwed me again or if we just got lucky and I just killed him and the shells didn't count. Maybe the first shell like touched him. But it doesn't matter. He went down. The shells look good anyway. And that's funny that the first shell absolutely like murdered him. Now, look at me. I'm at 3K. I see Fuso. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I literally thought I was cooked right here. I was like, okay, I'm going to try and kill this man. But he missed most of the shots. We get 5 pins on him, slapping him for 20K, like, right there. Connect on my left goes down, and that could have been a potential cracking game right there, and you'll see why in a second. But Connecticut goes down, which is huge for me. It keeps me alive because Frosty was working on that Connecticut. He got his kill stolen by the New Mexico, but hey. We appreciate the team support, you know. Might as well get rid of all the threats that are to you. The Connecticut was one to me, and I was pretty much broadside to him, and I would have gotten slapped if they didn't kill him. So kudos to the team. York still, he's broadside. I'm like, all right, I can kill this guy if he's broadside. So I'm waiting. I'm being patient with my shot. I get spotted. I send up the spotter plane. Shot looks good. I probably should have aimed lower right there because you saw me. I raised my shot a little, but he slowed down to save his life, giving us 7 over pins, which we get 7 over pins for like 10K. Like if he didn't slow down, he would have died, to be honest. But also we aimed a little high, so maybe if I just like if he didn't slow down and I aimed a little lower, I could have death struck him. That seems to be the one issue I have with my aiming system lately is because since I'm used to shooting them from like so far away. As we aim at York, and this time I shoot at the waterline. I'm just so used to, and we killed this York too for like 11K. But I'm so used to like shooting. Like I aim at the waterline, but then as soon as I take a shot, I raise it up a little because I'm so used to shooting from far away. Like it kind of messes with my aiming a little, and I'm like, ah, frick. So the thing I need to do is just aim more at the waterline because I am not used to aiming at the waterline. Like it's weird. I always aim at the belt and I get a bunch of pins. I'm like, why am I not citadeling these guys? It's because I always raise it and it feels like a natural like habit of doing that. But game's about to end. It's gonna end here. We have A and B cap. We're winning on points. They got 1 boat left. We've only lost 1 teammate. We're at 3 kills, 139,000 damage. And Fuso, I was like, okay, I might as well kill this guy. And Frosty's just dumping torps on me, which is hilarious. And we get 4 kills and a Dreadnought badge. So that is not bad for a 5v5. Like, we went crazy in NC, demonstrating the armor. We're getting angled, ricocheting shells off, taking some, little baby hits from the enemy team. We end up with 2,000 base XP with 4 kills, high Skillbird, Deathstruck, and Dreadnought badge. Frosty coming in second for doing the spotting. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I sure did. This was a fun match to play in. And I hope you guys enjoy North Carolina for those who are on that journey of getting Kansas or Minnesota. But North Carolina, definitely worth it.